Okay, what's up, guys and gals? We're gonna get on some of this stuff that we need to take care of with this Escort. There's actually quite a bit. I need to pull the exhaust off. I gotta take the exhaust off anyways well, at least I've got to take the header, the manifold and stuff off to test fit the header anyways, make sure it's okay. But I also got to take the rest of the exhaust off anyhow, so I'm also going to go ahead and do my shifter bushing while I'm under there anyways. It should be a relatively simple task, hopefully. Anyways, and hopefully I can get to the clutch today at least. We'll see how that goes. I'll have to jack up the engine so that I can pull the motor mounts and stuff off. So anyways, we're gonna get to all that. There's lots of crap that needs done before I actually pull the transmission now anyways. And I'm not gonna pull it completely out, I'm just gonna pull it out far enough to change the clutch. But I'll show you guys all that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this manifold off and the exhaust and stuff. What's up, guys? I've got the exhaust completely off. As you can see, the manifold's off. The exhaust is completely off. I'm getting ready to take the cross member off here, but I have to take this off. I also have to jack the engine up so that when the cross member comes off, it won't fall. I will also be replacing the bushing for the shifter linkage bushing, the actual shifter. I really need to do something with the actual linkage to the transmission as well, because it's a little iffy. I had replaced this motor mount not that long ago, so this should be pretty easy to take this motor mount off. And then once I get that off, I'll be able to just drop the cross member, and then that should be ready for me to lower the transmission, and then I'll be able to disconnect the transmission from the engine and pull it back. I'll have to disconnect the shaft, the drive shaft, but that's okay. You don't really have to do anything fancy or special to do that. You don't even have to take it out or anything. But it will have to come out of the transmission in order to pull it back. So separating that might be a little bit of a task, but it can be done hopefully without too much trouble. So I'm gonna get to this, and then I'll catch up with you here in a little bit with some more that I've done after I get this done. Okay, well, I've gotten a little bit further. I got the cross member off, and I've gotten the other cross member off. I've got it pretty much detached from the vehicle. I got the CV shaft out. And come to find out, the CV shaft is fucked up. It's not supposed to make that noise. So, and I got the exhaust off. Chintzy little 1 3/4 or whatever it is. So I'm guessing that I'm going to end up having to get another CV shaft too, because that's probably what was kind of making some of the noise down there. Like I say, it's not supposed to make that noise. So anyways, I'm kind of at a stopping point for tonight. I show you everything that I got done so far. This is just kind of a long, tedious thing, and it's going to take forever to do, I guess. Longer than I was hoping. Anyways, I went ahead and I test fitted my header. It fits good, fits really good. So I got that much taken care of, the header, but I'm gonna have to make full custom exhaust all the way back, so that's okay. That's not a big deal. But I still got to replace that bushing shifter arm, so I'm gonna have to change that, and then I'll get into this more. I've got a few of the transmission bolts out at the bottom, not all of them. I got a couple of the starter bolts out, but this is starting to become a pretty big disappointment, and I'm kind of got things sort of messed up. I also broke one of the bolts on the cross member because it was just rusted and shit. That's kind of what you run into when you're working on a vehicle that, one, hasn't ever been worked on, it don't seem like, and for two, just an old vehicle in general, you're going to end up with broken bolts and stuff. Sometimes it just happens. I'll have to figure that out as I go along. And when I come to put it back together, when we cross that road, when we get there. Anyways, that's where I'm at so far. I appreciate you guys watching. This is just going to be a long, tedious process. I'm just going to need to get on it somehow and get this done, because I really need this car back on the road. That's all there is to it. So anyways, I know I skipped around and didn't really show you what I was doing, but I'm not really to that part yet where I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to pull the transmission, and then I'll show you the process of changing the clutch. That's kind of what I'm really wanting to show you, because there is sort of a process to it. Anyways, I'll have more to come as I get farther along. Next one will be probably pulling the starter off, and probably disconnect the transmission from the engine, and then we'll just kind of go from there, and I'll probably have a little more for you as soon as possible anyways. So thanks for watching.